Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan pre-market view. Indian markets yesterday opened on a very flattish kind of a note and were sideways to down in the early part of the day. However, heavy buying in the second half of the stage took the markets higher, with Sensex almost closing up by 350 points. If you look at the US markets had a positive momentum yesterday and the markets closed up. Dow was up by about 27 points, whereas Nasdaq was up by about 14 points and S&P put on about 4 points gain. This was after strong data point, especially on the manufacturing side. US manufacturing indices expanded and so did inflation, which rose faster than anticipated. Markets had a good momentum, especially the small and the mid-cap sector in the US market ahead, which were waiting for the FOMC meet decision and outcome, which is slated to conclude today. Most of the Asian markets are also trading flat to positive, and they are also waiting as to what's going to happen in the US tonight. We have Singapore Nifty, which is indicating a slightly flattish kind of opening. It is down by about 2 points currently. And back home, if you look at flows, flows were dried up quite a bit. I mean, if you look at the FII flows, FIIs were buyers only to the tune of 48 crores in the cash market. DIS continues to be seller in the market. In the cash market, they sold stock worth 237 crores, whereas FIIs were surprisingly seller in index future yesterday to the tune of 190 crores, even after such a strong pullback. To see how markets are placed from here and what Nifty can do going ahead, let's have a view from Sadhna.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Yesterday markets started the session on flattish to negative note ahead of many concerns such as depreciation of Indian rupee against the US dollar, followed by ongoing geopolitical tensions in Iraq and rise in WPI, that is wholesale price index inflation. But later we have seen that market showed resilience at lower levels at around 7560 levels, and it took the Nifty towards northward direction. Ahead of gains were seen in many of the blue chip counters such as Reliance Industries, ONGC, Axis Bank, Punjab National Bank, followed by many other index components. And Nifty finally snapped its session at around 7657 near the day's high with a significant gain of more than 1%. In this period, we have seen that formation of long positions were built up as around 1.68 lakh shares were added in Nifty futures. That means around 3000 contracts were added in Nifty futures, and Nifty futures price increased by approximately 100 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carry increased marginally by approximately 10% from 12.43 to 13.66%. And Nifty futures premium also increased marginally from 25.65 to 25.70. On the other hand, on the options front, PCR is increased from 0.83 to 0.89, which is clearly indicating that put option has added good number of shares in open interest in yesterday's trade. Yesterday we have seen that around 28 lakh shares were added in Nifty, added in put option, and we have seen unwinding activity taking place in call option. IV decreased marginally by approximately 100 to 150 points from 17.98 to 17.70. As we spoke about, we have seen unwinding activity in options, call options. 7,600 and 7,700 has seen unwinding activity. As of now, 7,700 stands with good number of shares in open interest. And put option, we have seen that 7,500 added good number of shares in open interest in yesterday's trade, followed by 7,600. Currently, 7,500 stands with good number of shares in open interest. But yesterday, 7,600 was also good active in put option. There are 4 securities in Vampira today. One is Dish TV, second is Indiabul Real Estate, third is L&T Finance Holding, and fourth is Unitech. Yesterday, FIs were net sellers in index futures of 189 crores. They were net buyers of 1930 crores in index options. They were net sellers of 1,233 crores in stock futures, and they were net sellers of 37 crores in stock options. Net, they were net buyers of 470 odd crores in future and option segment in yesterday's trade. All 5 days CVF stands at 7595, and lower range for the market would be 7500 and resistance would be 7700. From past 2-3 days we observed that 7500 is acting as a strong support for the market. So this would be act as a strong support, and going forward 7700 would be strong resistance. Unless and until we do not close above this level, we cannot see higher targets. Singapore Nifty is down by 2 points at 7658, so we may see a marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let's look at the actionable ideas for the day today. The first idea we have is ONGC. Now, the Oil Minister, Mr. Pradhan, has indicated that they will ease policies, to have more foreign investment in oil and gas sector, especially on the exploration side. This is a very positive news for the overall exploration sector and within that for ONGC. Hence, one can long ONGC with stop loss of 436 for potential target of 458 and above that at 468. Now, online ticketing service company BookMyShow has had another round of fundraising. There is a threefold increase in the valuation for the company, and the company has managed to increase its value to 1,000 crores. Currently, in this round of fundraising, SL Partner and media firm Network 18 has participated in the investment company. Now, this is positive for Network 18, and one can long it with stop loss of 59 for potential target of 64. The stocks watch list for the day, we have Voltas on the positive buyer side. We also like India Cement, Reliance Capital, PFC and Bharat Forge. So these are the stocks one can long for intraday with the appropriate stop loss of 1.5 to 2%. Whereas stocks which one can short are SAIL, Sun TV and IP Real Estate. Now friends, events one has to watch out for today. We have Reliance AGM. Now Chairman Mr. Mukesh Ambani will address the shareholders of the company at 11 a.m. today. Important news and updates. Now Kotak Mahindra Bank will seek shareholders approval to increase FI limit to 40%. Currently FIs own about 31.7% in the bank today, and by increasing this FI limit it would create more headroom for FIs to invest in Kotak Mahindra Bank. Now as you would recall, RBI has mandated Kotak Mahindra Bank's promoter to reduce their own promoter holding to about 30%, which is required by 2016. So this would be a step forward in that direction. Now government may sell 5% stake in SAIL, and the decision is likely to be taken next week as Finance Ministry holds, that is the Department of Divestment will hold a meeting with the Steel Ministry. Now this is likely to happen on June 23rd. So if this happens, then that would be another positive news. Now FTIL has indicated yesterday in a notice which has been put on the exchanges that they are looking to exit all the exchanges that they own. This puts MCX stake sale on track, as well as they are looking, the next on the list would be India Energy Exchange. Now SKS Microfinance has received a thumbs up from the credit rating company. The credit rating company has increased from A1 plus from A1 to A1 plus for the short-term facility of 2,000 crore loan that SKS Micro has taken. That's all we have in the news section. Thank you, friends.